Is up, has the accuracy, out past the 30, has space down the sideline, 40, 35, 30, and he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right, throws end zone, touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball and most of the play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the 5, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello and welcome in. Week 1 of the NFL season. Gonna wrap up tonight with another divisional matchup. The Vikings are in town to play the Chicago Bears. We're gonna see the debut of Ben Johnson as a head coach, and we're gonna see the NFL debut of JJ McCarthy, the Vikings' first-round pick from last year's class. He had that injury in the preseason that kept him out for the season. It led to Sam Darnold having the year he had and getting a contract with Seattle. Now we get to see what McCarthy can actually do in the NFL. He's had back-to-back solid preseasons. But he's gonna have a good test today against a divisional foe on one of the biggest stages you can get. So we will see how he can do. And we'll see how this Vikings team does. I'm not that high on them this season. I mean, I think you win 14 games last year is very tough to get to that same level. And also, I feel like that what worked for them last year is not going to work again this year. And they're going to need to adjust. We'll see how well they end up adjusting in this game and as the season progresses. But this is a good start for both of these teams. They're looking to do something in the division this year. After how the Packers and Lions game went yesterday, both of these teams could theoretically make a splash and surprise people and surge ahead, but we will see. As the Chicago Bears are taking the field right now, we are 10-ish minutes out from kickoff. And what should be a damn good one. But we will see. Also, before the stream, we had a trade. The Jaguars are trading Tank Bigsby over to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 5th and a 6th. It's a good depth trade for Philly. They're getting a back who could definitely provide for them. I don't think he's going to be asked to do a whole lot. Going to have a much different role than what he had in Jacksonville. And it's a good change of scenery for Bigsby, who kind of has had a rough start to his NFL career. But what's up? Welcome all in. We are 7-ish minutes out from kickoff, I believe. Welcome on in. This should be a solid game. It won't top last night's thriller in Buffalo. That I don't expect that. But I'm expecting like a solid 21-20 to 21-17 type of game. Where with both sides going to show, both sides are going to show what kind of team they are this year, I think. But we will see. We will see. Yep, this is game 6 of 6 that I've been alive for throughout this week 1. As there we go, showing Soldier Field in Chicago. I wonder how many more years that stadium has left with it, because it seems like they're definitely locked in to moving to Arlington Heights. And probably got like 2-3 years left in that stadium at least. Yeah, it's a fine looking stadium. I don't know. Because we're just waiting for kickoff. It's funny, seeing Tennessee fans pretty much reacting the same way most of us Dolphins fans have been reacting to week 1 when they're in a much different spot. I mean, I get it. Like you don't want to waste years with that rookie contract for Cam Ward, and I don't know, Brian Callahan. He has a lot to prove. He has a lot to show that he can adjust to his style. Obviously, yesterday didn't go the greatest for the Titans. I still felt like they played well, and arguably probably should have had the win, but couldn't come away with it. We will see. We will see. Commercial break, waiting for kickoff. I'm waiting for week 1 of the NFL season to be in the books. I thought power rankings for tomorrow was gonna be a little bit tougher to come up with. Not really. Things kind of flew nicely. We shall see. I'm like 11-4 in predictions entering tonight, and I'm like one of a few people that pick Chicago to win, so this should be interesting. Yeah, 11-4 ain't bad. But we will see. We will see. We're still waiting for the UFL relocation / expansion news that we're expecting at some point before the end of the year. But we haven't gotten much out of that yet. The closest we've gotten is we know Columbus is getting the team because season tickets are available for Columbus. And we know that Birmingham is staying, and we believe that Houston will be staying. I think it'll be closer than 32-12. But yeah, I also have Chicago winning. Like a few months ago, we were told that we're supposed to get like 4 new relocated UFL teams, or relocated / expanded UFL teams, and now it seems like we might get only a single new one, which I'll be happy with. I feel like moving on from Memphis is the correct choice. Put them in Columbus, and then see and give other teams another shot. Because like a Columbus Michigan rivalry would go insane in the UFL. As the Bears pick this one down, Minnesota gets ball first, can return this from the goal line past the 20 down to the 25. So Minnesota will start with the ball. We get to see JJ McCarthy first. National champion winner. He tore his meniscus in the preseason last year. A 10th overall pick in 2024. His first career start. Let's see what he can do. So the initial reports was Boise, Orlando, Columbus, and Kentucky and Louisville. We're all gonna get UFL teams. We know Columbus is guaranteed. We don't know what the other will be, if there is another. As McCarthy under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to toss this right side for Aaron Jones, first play of the game, and will only get about a yard before being forced out of bounds by, I believe that's Tyreek Stevenson. The same corner who gave up that Hail Mary in Washington last year that completely derailed their season. So McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. They gave him a gain of 3 actually, so 2nd and 7. That really got 3 on that play. All right, play clock winding down. Going to play action, look to throw. McCarthy, pressure coming, pass right side in the flat is caught. and stiff arming his way for about 4. Sets up a more manageable 3rd down. And that's Josh Oliver on the reception. And there's some notable inactives for Chicago tonight. I'm not really sure if I'm too worried even with those guys being out. As it's 3rd and 2, McCarthy and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. To avoid the 3 and out, McCarthy to throw. Bears send 4. Pressure coming, trying to step up to avoid it and unable to. Sacked for a loss of a yard. It's a 3 and out. Forced by this Chicago defense. All right. Yeah, good coverage over the middle. They tried to go mesh. Minnesota tries to run the mesh concept. It does not work. And thus the Vikings go 3 and out. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from about the 17. Past the 25, past the 30, trying to find room down the right side. Past the 35 and down to the 39 before being brought down. A great return there for Devin Duvernay. Former Baltimore Ravens star return man. Now he's in Chicago, and we get to see Caleb Williams take the field for the first time tonight now. Last season, he played solid, 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He played fine. It's just the team around him didn't really have the pieces. They went 5 and 12, hoping for a better season this year. As Williams in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. First play of the game for Chicago, looking to throw. Williams with some time. Going to roll to his right and dump it off. That's DeAndre Swift for about 3. Up to the 42. Okay. The pocket looks nice. Just based off that one play, the pocket was nice. Which is what you're hoping. I mean, they invested a lot into this offensive line in the offseason, completely overhauled it, all with the hopes of giving Williams more time, as he was sacked a lot last year. Then the play action, look to throw, and there's some pressure. Steps to avoid it, has plenty of time. Throwing left side, that's a wide open. DeAndre Swift in the flat. Going to pick up the first and get brought down at midfield. A gain of 8. And the Bears get the first down of the game for either side with just under 12 minutes to play in the first. Hey, that's Colt Kmet blocking that right side. Nearly got beat, but did just enough to give Williams time to sidestep the defender. And then DeAndre Swift using his skills in space to be able to get that first. Williams under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from about the 49.5. Toss up the middle for Swift is going to get about 4 up to the 41 or 44. I mean 46. And they're showing that Vikings defense. That Vikings defense pinpointed by Andrew Van Ginkel, who had another great season last year. 2nd year with Minnesota, rejoined with Brian Flores after their time in Miami together. And Williams under center, back behind him, sending the receiver in motion as they're going to play action and look to throw. Williams with time, pass over the middle, is caught by an open running back for the check down to pick up the first down and then some. That is Kyle Monaghan. Monaghan for the reception. Rookie out of Rutgers. Monanga. Oh, Adunze was streaking there. Williams passed over the middle on first down. Going to be caught for only a gain of about 5 up to the 30. That is DJ Moore with the reception. And this has been a solid opening drive for Chicago. Officially ruling it a gain of 6. As Williams under center, back behind him, a tight end in the backfield acting as a fullback. And a center receiver in motion left to right. As they hand this off up the middle, and that goes nowhere. Stuffed at the line is DeAndre Swift on the carry. Making the tackle is Jonathan Grenard. And it's a third down coming up for Chicago. Yeah, that was pulling tackle? Or not even really pulling. That's just the outside tackle. The right tackle, he couldn't make the block. So 3rd and 5. 9 minutes to play in this first quarter. Williams in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Gonna send one of them in motion right to left. And they're gonna call their first timeout, as they were not gonna get the snap off in time. Can't be having those pre-snap issues at home of all places. And showing the new offensive line additions that they had in the offseason. Joe Tooney, Jonah Jackson, Drew Dahlman all brought in. And I loved what Chicago did up front in the offseason. Not my favorite offseason out of all the teams. That does go to Denver, but man, Chicago is up there. So 3rd and 5. They break the huddle kind of late as Williams will look to throw. Pressure coming, gonna roll to his right to buy some time. Looking downfield and passing right side. That's gonna be caught along the sideline. It's Romo Dunze with the reception. And what a strike from Caleb Williams. They're going hurry up. Definitely gets 1 foot. I couldn't quite see that other foot, but I think he got it in. Williams to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side, that's caught. And going to sidestep one defender, but still get tripped down after a gain of 6. That is Olamide Zacchaeus, the receiver who was with Philly and Washington last year. Came over in the offseason. He played well last year. He was with Philly at one point. Yeah. Williams under center, back behind him, and we're going to have a timeout called before this 2nd down play. It's Minnesota calling their first timeout. Last season, the Bears were one of 3 teams without an opening drive touchdown throughout the entire year. The Steelers and the Seahawks were the others. So 2nd and 3, ball on the 6. Williams under center, back behind him, a tight end lined up in the backfield as a fullback. Going to hand this off left side for DeAndre Swift. He's tripped up behind the line for a loss of 2. Levi Drake Rodriguez getting the tackle for loss there. The first Viking to meet him in the backfield. Or one of the first Vikings. Yeah, he's the one he got him by the ankle. I'll give him the credit for that. 2nd-year guy out of Texas A&M Commerce. Big time play there for him. Dallas Turner was also there in the backfield. Williams in shotgun back to his right on 3rd and 6, looking to throw. Trying to step up in the pocket. Now rolling to his left to buy more time. Has room to run. Taking it himself for the pylon, and he gets in. Caleb Williams. The Bears strike first on their opening drive. They went all of last season without an opening drive touchdown. And in week one, they accomplished it. That's a great 10 plays, 61 yards, a great drive. That's what I was expecting out of Chicago this year. They're gonna be able to have drives like that. As the extra point is up and good. The question is just how consistently can they do that? As we're going to head to a commercial break with 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Good shit. That's exactly what you're hoping to see out of the Chicago offense this year. A drive like that is a great sign. Nine-yard rushing touchdown. A beautiful drive for Chicago. We'll see. We will see. So that commercial break after the opening drive touchdown for Chicago. That came after they forced a 3-and-out for Minnesota. Again, Chicago is just going to be a better team this year than they were last year. The question is just how consistent are they going to be on both sides of the ball? Because they're going to be able to put up points. That's not going to be a question. They have the roster to be a legit team this year. Maybe not legit, but to take that next step as a team. They have the roster to do so. As the kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Trying to find some space, going to get brought down near the 24. Yeah, that's a nice hit by the nice hitting kick coverage there. So 1st and 10 for Minnesota. McCarthy in shotgun back to his right. Motion someone into the backfield to his left. McCarthy looking to throw. Pass right side, that's caught by Jefferson for a screen. Has some room, and that's going to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5. I swear this phone one of 4 players to start career with 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Joining Mike Evans, Randy Moss, and A.J. Green. Justin Jefferson is a beast. McCarthy under center. 3 receiving options to the left, back behind him. 2nd and 6 from the 28. Gonna hand this off right side for Aaron Jones, and nothing going there. Fights his way for a yard, but not much else. A 3rd and 5 coming up. And this Bears front 7, man, they could be legit. McCarthy and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 4, as they say that Jones got a 1.5 yards on the previous play. McCarthy looking to throw. Pressure coming, and he's going to escape it, but then tumble forward behind the line. A loss of about 2. He escaped the pile that was going on in the pocket, but he lost his footing, and it's back-to-back 3 and outs for the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, he did a good job of escaping the pressure, but he just couldn't stay on his feet. The punt comes off clean. This will be returned beginning from the 18. Makes 2 men miss, but going to be stood up about the 25. All right. See what Chicago can do in their next drive. Okay, fantastic opening drive. Can they keep it up? That's the question. Because the first drive is always going to be the simplest. It's your scripted drive. It's the 10, 15 plays that you know you're going to run to begin the game. That's the easiest. Or the simplest. How do you build off of it? How do you go from there? Is the question. But we will see. Oh my god. Is Boise State actually going to wear these helmets? Because these are beautiful hand-painted helmets that Boise State just tweeted out. I really hope they wear them in the game. Oh, they're wearing them for the App State game? Hell yeah. All right, back from the commercial break, showing images of the 85 Bears. Super Bowl 20, the 15-1. Man, imagine. The only team to beat the Bears that season was the Dolphins. And the Dolphins came a game shy of meeting them again in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine? That probably would have been Marino's one. All right, 1st and 10. Williams under center, back behind him. Play action, looking to throw. Has some time. Gonna dump it off right side to DeAndre Swift. And gonna be met at the line for no gain. Andrew Van Ginkel on the tackle. Okay. 4.5 to play in this first quarter. That's about what you want from Williams to do there. Not force the ball. Play it safe. As they were showing Brian Flores on that Minnesota sideline. Williams in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw once again. Pressure coming. Avoids it. Stepping up. Taking it himself. First down and more. Then sliding down at the 39. Caleb Williams. That pocket presence, man. Holy, that's beautiful. Just an absolute beaut. Sidesteps. Like that's good pocket presence. It's been not even 2 full drives, and you can tell the steps that Williams has taken between last year and this year. Williams under center, back behind him, 3 receivers to the right. Hand off up the middle, and there's some room to get about 4. Got 4-ish. That's DJ Moore on the carry, lined up in the backfield there. Three minutes to play in the quarter. Williams under center, back and fullback behind him. 2nd and 5. Gonna motion at tight end left to right and motion the fullback to line up as a secondary tight end. And there's movement up front before the snap. Will be a false start on Chicago. So 2nd and 10, Williams in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 38, looking to throw once again. Williams with time, gonna step to his left, pass over the middle, is gonna be caught and brought down after a gain of 8. That's Colston Loveland on the reception. The rookie out of Michigan. And it's a 3rd and short. The Eagles still have 3 5th-round picks. Crazy. Pass left side is going to be caught by Odunze, but brought down well behind the line of scrimmage by Isaiah Rodgers. And it's a 4th down coming up for Chicago. All right, not as great of a second drive as the first one was, but there's still stuff to be taken from that drive. But that's why, like, you can only judge so much on the first drive of a game. As Corey Taylor set to send this one down. 2nd-year punter out of Iowa. A lot of eyes were on him in college for how well of a punter he is. Had a good season last year, and this punt will bounce out of bounds inside the 15. Another great punt to flip the field, and there's some pushing and shoving going on post-play. So 58 seconds left in the quarter. Minnesota will have their 3rd drive begin after this commercial break. All right. We're at commercial break. Got a minute remaining in the first quarter. 2 drives apiece, 2 3-and-outs for Minnesota, a 10-play touchdown drive followed up by a 5-7-play drive for Chicago. Not too bad. Also, yeah, they announced the times. The Big 12 announced times for not this week but next week 4 matchups. UCF North Carolina is a 3:30 p.m. kick. I both love and hate that. Because it means I can get food immediately after that game and relax the rest of the night without without UCF playing at 7 o'clock like they normally do. But it also means like the early morning stuff's gonna be annoying to deal with. Alright, just coming back from commercial break, we got about 2 plays remaining in the quarter. And we will see what Minnesota can do. And back-to-back 3-and-outs. Both times he was sacked on 3rd down. See what Minnesota can do here. McCarthy under center, back behind him. Tossing this left side, has some room, brought down after a gain of 5, maybe 6. That was Jordan Mason on the carry. They traded for him from San Francisco in the offseason. I think San Fran's kind of hoping they kept him. But he's going to be a nice, solid running back, too, for Minnesota. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff once again for Mason up the middle, and that's a 1st down carry. Up to the 30, a gain of 5. And that will be the final play of the 1st quarter. 15 minutes in the books. A 7-0 Bears lead. Minnesota has the ball and finally picked up their first down of the game to end the quarter. And we'll head to commercial break. But we will see. We will see. We're at commercial break for the end of the 1st quarter. We'll see. Also, tomorrow they're re-releasing Backyard Football 99. Hell yeah, about time. Actually, I'm really excited to play that. Again, we're at commercial break for the end of the 1st quarter. We'll be right back. Just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, not a great somehow though, even with 2 3-and-outs and 23 yards of offense, the Vikings still had a better first quarter than the Miami Dolphins did yesterday. That's insane. First and 10 from their own 30. McCarthy under center. He has had one pass attempt tonight, and that was caught for a gain of 5. Now McCarthy in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Has time. Passing deep. Left side. And that is incomplete. Penalty marker down. Looking for Aaron Jones along the sideline. The defender never got his head around. And that would be called 10 times out of 10. Nashawn Wright called for the DPI there. And yeah, that's clear. I know he gets his head around, but no, he straight up tackles Aaron Jones. So first and 10 coming up. So McCarthy and shotgun, a back to each side. Gonna play action and look to throw. Trying to step up in the pocket, taking it himself. That's enough for the first down. A gain of 11. Inside the 20 to the 16. And the Vikings have entered the red zone for the first time tonight. Four 14-20 to play in the half. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Handoff up the middle for Jordan Mason. That gets to the 11, a gain of 5. Michigan State this upcoming week kicks off, no, week 4, as their kickoff at 11 p.m. EST. That's crazy. 2nd and 5. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 11.5-yard line. Handoff left side for Mason. Trying to find some room, but unable to, and stood up behind the line. A loss of 3 back to the 14. And it's a 3rd down coming up. Yeah, this game has gone about how I expected it so far. That was a good play right there. So McCarthy and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 8. McCarthy looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. That's caught. No, it's saying incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson. Pass was too low, and he couldn't get his arms underneath it. So a good stand in the red zone, and the Vikings will send out the field goal unit. Oh yeah, it goes through his arms. That's one that Jefferson normally catches. Yeah, no, that's one Jefferson normally catches. It's a tough catch, but he's that kind of player. That's one he normally has. So the 31-yard kick is up and right down the middle. The Vikings put points on the board. All right, not bad. Not bad, not bad. And we're heading to a commercial break. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what Chicago can do on this next drive. Get a great opening drive, an okay second drive. Or they're gonna find somewhere in between. They're gonna go back to that first drive. Time will tell. Time will tell. Yeah, it's not a bad Mannion cast lineup. I just saying. And I liked the Mannion cast when it first became a thing. And then I started doing these streams. Kind of just don't feel like having too many distractions while I'm calling the game. We'll see. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Minnesota set to send this one down. So waiting for the kickoff. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Trying to find some space down the left side is Devin Duvernay. A penalty marker down. He gets out of bounds near the 34. And we'll see what this is. Oh, it's a penalty on Minnesota. Legal formation. Okay, gonna push Chicago in even better starting field position. All right. So first and 10. Williams alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Wide open. That's caught. DJ Moore stiff arms one defender. Makes another miss and gets down at the plus 34-yard line. DJ Moore. Too much space on that one. Big time play for Chicago. Yeah, you can't be giving DJ Moore that much space. And a good throw by Williams. Actually down to the plus 32. Williams under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. And going to hand this off left side and trying to find some room. Gets up to the 30 as DJ Moore on the carry. I like how they're utilizing him. Caleb Williams has 10 straight completions to start this game. That's the longest by a Bears QB since 1978. God damn, we've had bad quarterbacks, huh? I mean, not bad, but just middling quarterbacks. Williams in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side after motioning the receiver left to right, and there is a penalty marker down. And it's a false start on Chicago. All right. That's yeah, and that's not great there. Or was that? It might have been illegal motion. Either way, you don't want to get that penalty in that situation. 2nd and 4. Williams in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. 2nd and 14. Pressure coming. Avoids one defender. Trying to roll to his left. Avoids a second. Now going to take it himself. Spins his way past another. And down inside the 30 at the 27. Caleb Williams. It has not been a lot of plays yet tonight. But man, he is playing incredibly well. Like, he's playing so well. So 3rd and 6, and there's movement up front before the snap. This gonna be on Chicago again. Yeah, false start. Gonna push him back to a 3rd and 11. Tough. The penalties, man. You gotta get that sorted out. You gotta be able to get that sorted out. So a 3rd and 11. Williams in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and there is room, spinning his way inside the 25 to the 23. DeAndre Swift nearly picking up the first down there. And with it being 4th and 3 inside the 25, with a MCDC disciple, you already know the Bears are keeping the offense on the field. But they need to get this snap. They need to break the huddle. They break the huddle with 8 seconds on the play clock. You have to hurry up. Williams, shotgun, and they're going to call a timeout. They're going to call a timeout. They couldn't break the huddle in time. That's tough. All right, 4th and 3. Williams to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Off the mark. Looking for DJ Moore. The first incompletion of the night for Caleb Williams comes on a 4th down pass. Yeah, that's just too far inside. It's there. Like, DJ Moore is open. Not by a lot, but he is open. Pass was just off the mark, and we head to a commercial break. All right. We're at a commercial break. I mean, that's just very standard MCDC stuff right there. Like, you're gonna be going for it quite a bit this season, Chicago. Be prepared. I mean, it's 4th and 3 inside the 25. Yeah, I mean, you know they're going for it in that situation. We will see. But Minnesota now has an opportunity on this drive. They can take the lead. There's plenty of time before the half. Minnesota has an opportunity. We will see. All right, just coming back from commercial break. $8:55 to play in the half. McCarthy is 1 for 2 passing tonight. Williams is 10 for 11. As McCarthy's under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Receiver sent in motion as they hand this off on a jet sweep for Aaron Jones. Going to be forced out of bounds. Got a yard maybe on that play. As it was a race to the sideline that Aaron Jones just did not quite win. Man, I forget how good last year's QB class was. Like, that's an insane amount of first-round picks. McCarthy in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw on 2nd and 8. Pass left side is caught and tagged down at the 30 is TJ Hawkinson on the reception. And just go from there. 3rd and 4. Justin Jefferson not being asked to do a whole lot tonight. I have a friend who is kind of dependent on Jefferson tonight in fantasy. McCarthy in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw once again. McCarthy, time. Pass over the middle. That's caught by Jefferson. Not enough for the first down. Needed 4. Got 3.5. And the Vikings have a choice now. They're going to send on the punt unit. It's a 3 and out for the Vikings. Not a very offensive game today. Oh, he had a comeback route. I think the question is just, did he have time in the pocket? But he definitely has someone on that left side past the sticks. All right, punt comes off clean. And it's going to be out of bounds near the 32. Not the greatest of punts, but serviceable. And with about 7.5 to play, about 7 minutes to play in the first half, we go to a commercial break. All right. We will see. This bad NFL commercial again. I don't get why they did this. Like that's a bad commercial. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Let's see what Chicago can do. And they've had 2 really solid drives, and then an okay drive. Like their offense has been clicking tonight. And it starts with Williams in the pocket. I mean, his pocket presence tonight has been exceptional. $6:52 to play in the first half. What you got for me? Williams under center. Back behind him, a extra lineman in the game as a tight end just went in motion. Play action, looking to throw. Williams with time. Ball is tipped at the line and incomplete. They brought in an extra lineman for that play. So they had 6 blocking. Ball still tipped at the line. Okay. Yeah, it was good read, just even better play. So 2nd and 10, Williams under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action once again. Rolling right to buy time. Throwing deep and has a man overthrown incomplete. Penalty marker down. It will be holding on Chicago. And it'll be a 2nd and long coming up. All right. So, oh no, they declined it. 3rd and 10. Williams in shotgun back to his right. Looking to throw once again. Has some time. Now trying to avoid it. Breaks off 1 sack. Has room. Still going. Going to take it himself and pick up 2. How did Williams not get sacked there? How did he not get sacked there? It's a 3 and out for Chicago. And they're going to send this one down with about 6 minutes to play in the half. Yeah, I don't know how he does not get sacked there. He had him completely wrapped up. That's Jonathan Allen who couldn't bring him down somehow. The punt comes off clean. Going to bounds inside the 15 and return beginning from the 14. Gets up to about the, 24, 27? As we're heading to a commercial break. All right. commercial break. It was, again, great opening drive for Chicago. Not much since, really. The Vikings, they're able to get a drive together. But outside of that, not been a whole lot either. Again, kind of what I expected from this game. We knew we were not getting a repeat of last night's insanity. There's going to be a more down-to-earth football game. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But for now, again, kind of what I expected. We shall see. Oh, Arizona State's getting new uniforms as well. That's the thing with college football that I really like. There's constantly changing uniforms. The NFL, you don't see that the same way. All right, 5:52 to play in the half. The Bears only wasted a minute of clock on that previous drive. And there's Dennis Allen on the sideline, Bears defensive coordinator after spending a few seasons with the Saints as their head coach. As McCarthy under center, back behind him. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Mason, who breaks off some defenders. Going down that left side before being brought down after a gain of about 10. Penalty marker down, though. Would have been enough for a fresh set of downs. Instead, it seems like this will be brought back. Yep, holding on Minnesota. So a 1st and 20 coming up. As a 1st and 20. McCarthy and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off as McCarthy's going to play action and throw over the middle, but is tipped at the line, incomplete. That's Tremaine Edmonds with the pass, with the tip at the line. 2nd and 20 coming up. Yeah, that's just a great play by Edmonds. Looking for Hawkinson, but Edmonds makes the better play at the line. McCarthy and shotgun looking to throw on 2nd and 20. Has some time, gonna pass right side, but that's gonna be tipped at the line as well. Bears pick it up just in case. It was kind of tipped behind him, but yeah. 3rd and 20 now. This Bears defense. Oh boy. Yeah, that's definitely arm going forward. That's a great play though, still. Man, Chicago's defense. Talk about an improvement from last year. McCarthy and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. And we have a stoppage before the snap. Seems like a delay of game on Minnesota. Gonna push him back 5 more. Yes, McCarthy wanted more time on the play clock, but didn't get it. So 3rd and 25 now. And Soldier Field is getting loud. McCarthy in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Gonna look to throw, free rush, pass left side is caught for a halfback screen. Going to get past the 10 to the 15. But it's a 3 and out for Minnesota. Penalties killed that drive early. And another drive that only lasted about a minute of time. We're going to punt this one down. It comes off clean. Return to beginning from the 33. Past the 40 and down to the 41. 4.5 to play in the first half. See what Chicago can do. Next week, we have Buccaneers, Texans, and Chargers, Raiders on Monday Night Football. I will most likely only be live with one of those, and that one being Buccaneers, Texans. But I do think Chargers, Raiders is still going to be a pretty solid game. The Raiders looked good yesterday. Geno Smith played well. Williams going to hand this off up the middle for DeAndre Swift, who's going to get about 3 on the play. Not much going besides that. Yeah, showing some highlights from yesterday's slate. As Williams under center. Back behind him. There's movement up front before the snap. Gonna be a false start on Chicago once again. Can't be having those penalties up front. Can't be having those. That's how you kill drives. The Ravens were 25-0 and scoring 40 plus until last night. God damn. That game was incredible last night. Williams in shotgun back to his right. Looking to throw in 2nd and 11. Pass over the middle is caught and there's room. Pass midfield, past the 45 and down to the 43. Enough for the first down. That is Olamide Zacchaeus on the reception. I knew how to pronounce it at points last year. I have since forgotten. But it's just a simple sit route over the middle. And the Vikings gave him too much space. So Williams under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left as they toss this left side. And there's enough for 2, maybe 3 for DeAndre Swift on that one. We're going to need one more play before the 2-minute warning, as the play clock is a second ahead of the game clock. So Williams under center, going to hand this off up the middle for DeAndre Swift and going to get a yard. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play in this first half. Bears up by 4 with the ball and past midfield. I will quickly be right back as we head to a commercial break. All right. I'm back. We're still at commercial break. Still at commercial break. Oh, hell yeah. That's on a Friday? No ticket prices yet, but that's cool. I actually might be able to go to some of these games. Hell yeah. All right, so that commercial break. All right, just coming out of the commercial break. 2 minutes remain. 2 minutes remain. Bears with ball at about the 40. Williams in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 5. Ball in about the 39.5. Williams to throw. Has some time. Pass right side. That's open. That's caught. That is Zacchaeus once again. Gain of 7 and enough for the first down. Plus getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Nice play design there to get him open at the sticks. 1st and 10. That's what you want to do for Caleb Williams this early on in his career. Just get the simple throws open. Williams under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's about 2 or 3 for DeAndre Swift. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Under a minute and a half to play in this first half. Williams under center, going to toss this up the middle for Swift. Going to get about 2 before being brought down. Clock's still ticking. Minnesota's not calling timeout here? Bears get ball to begin the second half. You don't want him to waste too much clock. At this point, they can get it down to under 30 seconds before they'll have to kick the field goal. I don't know what this decision making is doing. Why aren't you calling your timeouts? Try and get the ball back and do something. I don't get this. Williams in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw on 3rd and 5. Pass right side, that's going to be caught along the sideline with a big hit as well. And now Minnesota will call a timeout. But they're going to be left with like 25 seconds left. That's Roma Dunze on the reception. Good job hanging on through the contact. And Minnesota calls their second timeout. But again, by the time the offense actually sees the field, they're going to be at like 20 seconds, if that. I don't get that. I don't get that decision making. And out comes the field goal unit. .28 seconds remain. 42-yard kick. Cairo Santos from the right hash. It is up. And it is good. Snuck past the right upright. And it's a 7-point Bears lead with 24 seconds to play in the half. The Bears get ball to begin the second half. They're in a prime spot to blow this game wide open. But we will see. We will see if they're able to. "24 seconds remain." I mean, maybe Minnesota can pull off something here, but I doubt it. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 6. They need a good return here and gets up to about the 30-31. About standard return. 19 seconds remain. You have one timeout. Maybe you can force something deep and hope that you get a penalty or get lucky with a catch. As the broadcasters show in a bunch of Lions trick plays from last year. It really did feel like last year was the year for the Lions, and they just got destroyed by injuries. McCarthy in shotgun, back to his left, trips to the right. What you got? Looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side. That's caught past midfield, past the 45, and out of bounds near the 41. That should stop the clock. There you go. Jalen Naylor on the reception. And with 11 seconds to play, you need about 5 yards for comfortable field goal range. That's a nice throw from JJ McCarthy. Oh, he was brought down in bounds. Naylor was brought down in bounds. So Minnesota will have to call their last timeout. That puts you in a pickle. Enough of a pickle to where they're sending out the field goal unit with 11 seconds to play in the half. Oh, if they miss this. If they miss this. It's Will Reichard with a long field goal try. His career long is 58. The second-year kicker out of Alabama. You have 11 seconds. Do one throw towards the sideline. What are we doing here? It's a 59-yard kick. Will be a new career long if he makes it. From the left hash. It is up. Has the accuracy. And it is drilled. Okay, I'll eat my words. He drills it, a new career long for Will Reichard. And it's a 4-point game. With 6 seconds remaining in the half. Okay. I will eat my words on that. You get points before the half. That's all that matters. I think that was good from 60. That probably would have been good from 60 and 61. 62 is where that gets sketchy. But yeah, that's a nice kick. A new career long. Makes this a 4-point game. That tied the record at Soldier Field. No one has made a 60-yard kick at Soldier Field before. How long has this stadium been a thing and no one has made from 60? The kickoff will be returned beginning from the 5. Going to have some room down the left side, stumbling but staying on his feet and finally brought down near midfield. That's Luther Burden the third, and that will bring us to halftime. Nearly a miraculous return to get points back on the board. Instead, it's a 10-6 game at the half. And this is going to be an interesting one down the stretch. Chicago gets ball to begin the second half. Up by 4, a chance to extend the lead. And we'll see if they're able to. We'll see what they can do. But not a bad first half. Both teams playing, again, about how I expected. Chicago looking a little bit more in sync. Still not quite all the way there, but you can tell that Williams is in the second year, and that he has good chemistry with some of his receivers. Meanwhile, Minnesota, McCarthy's first start in his career, you can tell that he's off a little bit. They don't fully want to unleash the entire playbook. At least they didn't in that first quarter. I mean, by the end of the first quarter, he had 2 pass attempts. You can tell that they're trying to find their footing. This second half could be a completely different story because now they have a half a play. They're going to make the adjustments, do all they need to do, and then you go from there. But that is about what I expected out of the first half. I forgot Miami plays a Monday Night Football in week 4. Why? Oh, the other game is Cincy Denver. That is such a okay, good. That's such a better game than Jets Dolphins. Okay, no one would be watching our game. Thankful. Thank the gods, no one will be watching Jets Dolphins on Monday Night Football that week. That's gonna make things so much better. Alright, we'll see though. This second half is gonna be telling for both teams as well. We shall see. Because we're at halftime. It's been a pretty standard game between the Bears and Vikings. Sorry, who's the Wolverines interim head coach? Biff Poggi. Biff Poggi is a fantastic name. That is an incredible name. All right, so at halftime, about 9 minutes out from the start of the second half. We shall see. Justin Jefferson has not been involved today, and I think that's also a massive tell for this game. Like they're gonna need Justin Jefferson to get more involved. Just straight up. And like we have you when you have someone like JJ McCarthy who is making his first career start, you have to be telling him, hey, just get it. Justin Jefferson's your main target. He will catch 99% of what you throw his way. If you need to, just throw it up to him. Because that's what Darnold did at times last year, and it got him to 14 wins. So I would imagine that McCarthy is going to either start doing that or that he's been looking to do that at the very least. Because, like, you have Justin Jefferson for a massive reason. But he has one catch for 4 yards through half a play. Like, that's not going to cut it in this game. We'll see, though. About 7 minutes out from the start of the second half. As we're going through the highlights of this past week's slate, and there's been a ton of good games this week. I will say that. Yeah, showing some Vrabel highlights. Again, the Raiders looked good this first week. I the Raiders looked good. Their game against the Chargers next week is going to be very interesting. All right, so at halftime, 5.5 minutes to play until the start of the second half. We shall see. I've tried to avoid highlights from that Cardinals Saints game. I love the end zones that the Saints had. Like that pure gold end zone looked beautiful, but the uniform combo did not. Hey, that's just not a good uniform combo. All right, about 4 minutes remaining until the start of the second half. We shall see. Still at halftime. 3 minutes remain. We shall. The second half. This game very well might come down to the wire. Probably won't be as entertaining as last night. Well, definitely won't be. It should still be solid. Lions Ravens is Monday Night Football in 2 weeks. Hell yeah, that game's gonna be amazing. And Chicago gets ball to begin the second half. And second half will begin in about a minute and a half. We're waiting the second half kickoff. These SMU helmets as well look nice. Again, a ton of good helmets and stuff in college football. It's insane. James Daniels set to miss 3 to 4 weeks because of course. All right, just coming out of halftime. Chicago gets ball to begin this second half. See what Caleb Williams can do. This offense had a pretty solid first half. Obviously, some things here or there that didn't quite go their way. But for the most part, there's a lot more to like than there is to not like for that Bears first half. See if they can continue it into the second. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Trying to find some space, up past the 20 and brought down at the 22. Excellent kick coverage by Minnesota. And Chicago will begin from inside their own 25. All right, what you got? Chicago has not beat Minnesota at home in 5 years. Looking to change that today. Williams under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Pump fake and pass right side is going to be incomplete, off the mark, looking for DeAndre Swift. Too far out in front of him. Second down coming up. All right, 2nd and 10. Williams under center, back and fullback behind him. Play action looking to throw. Blitz gets picked up. Williams pass right side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Cole Kmet. Too far outside, would have been nothing on the game and on the gain anyway. So 3rd and 10. Williams in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on their own 22, looking to throw. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. This one low and behind. Was hit while throwing that, but it's a 3 and out on 3 straight passing plays for Chicago. I don't get that play calling. How do you not run it on 1st or 2nd down just to give you something? I don't get that, but okay. So Torrey Taylor on to send this one down. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 30. Out past the 40, 45 past midfield and down to the 48 before being brought down. Really good return there, and Minnesota is set up with excellent starting field position. As JJ McCarthy takes the field, all eyes on Justin Jefferson. He has been silent today. 1 catch for 4 yards. Despite being open a few times, he has not had as big of an impact as people expected from him. Very similar to A.J. Brown on Thursday night. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna play action and look to throw. McCarthy, sometime pass over the middle is incomplete. Hit while throwing that one and just fell harmlessly to the ground. There is a penalty marker down. So we'll see. It's a roughing the passer on Chicago. That's tough. Is it just that he hit him late? He doesn't really hit him high. Montez Sweat gets the pass, gets the hand on the ball. Oh, I guess Sweat does hit the helmet. But they didn't call it on Sweat. That's the 6th penalty tonight against Chicago. That's tough. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Handoff up the middle for Jones is going to go nowhere. Man at the line. That's Kevin Byard with the tackle at the line. Former Tennessee Titan. And it's a 2nd and 10 coming up. McCarthy in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Toss right side for Jones. Trying to find the sideline, unable to. Cuts back inside and picks up a yard, maybe 2. Not much else going there. Chicago's run defense has played well. That's Jaquan Brisker on the tackle. And a 3rd and 8. Minnesota has yet to convert on 3rd down tonight. Ball on the plus 32. McCarthy alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Now making adjustments at the line. Jip motioning a receiver out wide, now into the backfield to his right. McCarthy to throw. Bears send pressure. Pass left side is picked off. Intercepted and going the other way. Past midfield. Past the 35 to 30, 25, 20. He is gone. Pick 6 for Chicago. My, oh my, that's Nahshon Wright. McCarthy was looking for Justin Jefferson. The route gets jumped. And it's a 10-point Bear lead. 74 yards to the house. Nahshon Wright. And there's not much you can say to defend that. McCarthy, they struggled before the snap. McCarthy was trying to make adjustments at the line. They rushed the process and just snapped the ball and said go. And the Bears were right there for it. The extra point is up and good. Massive play for this defense. Yeah, that's just a great play. I think it would have been behind Jefferson if it got to him, but it didn't stand a chance at doing so. And we head to commercial break with that. Nahshon Wright. That's a tough one for McCarthy. But that's a very common mistake. We shall see. We're at commercial break. That was a big time play. We will see. I mean, he has a chance to bounce back. He has a chance to bounce back instantly. So we'll see going from there. All right, just coming back from commercial break. I think that was the third pass thrown Jefferson's way tonight, and it went for 6, but it went the other way. Oh, he stared him down. Yeah, stared him down a little bit behind. That ball needs to be towards the sideline with a little bit more arc. But that's also just a really tough pass to make in that situation. When it's an obvious passing down, throwing outside there is tough. Kickoff going to be returned beginning from inside the 5 at about the 2 and up to about the 29 before being brought down. All right, how do you bounce back? How do you bounce back? That's all we got to see now. How do you bounce back? Only 9 pass attempts tonight from McCarthy. That does not help with confidence. So 1st and 10. McCarthy under center, back behind him. If we receive an option to the left, they're gonna toss it to the left side for Jordan Mason, who had some space, but a great tackle denies him. He cut back up the middle, had some space, but Noah Sewell with a great tackle to deny that space. All right, so McCarthy under center once again. Play action, looking to throw on 2nd and 6. Tries to avoid some pressure, but unable to, and sacked. Back near the 24. That also does not help. That's the 3rd sack tonight. There's a 3rd and long coming up. Yeah, it's a nice defensive play. It wasn't a clean sack, but it's a sack nonetheless. So 3rd and 13, Minnesota yet to convert a 3rd down tonight. And they're going here. Yep, that did not get the snap off. They did not get that snap off in time. Re-snap issues. Breaking the huddle late. It's going to be a delay of game. So a 3rd and 21 now. Again, I'm not surprised by some of these miscues that Minnesota's having right now. This is what you would expect of someone making their first start in very hostile territory against a divisional opponent. Like, I'm not surprised by this. I think McCarthy is going to be fine throughout the rest of the season, but this is a very, very rough showing tonight. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that loses 2. My God, this Bears defense is looking insane. Another 3 and out forced. And a 4th and 20 coming up. I'm not surprised by this at all. The good thing is McCarthy has a home game next week. The bad thing is against a Falcons team that looked pretty good against Tampa yesterday. And the other bad thing is it's on Sunday Night Football. What McCarthy really needs is a home game against a AFC team that's at 1 o'clock kick. That's what he needs right now. Gonna return this beginning from the 30 and gonna get up to about the 39. Penalty marker down on the play as well. $10 minutes to play in the quarter. Let's see, what is Minnesota's schedule? Oh, they play Cincy week 3. And then they play back-to-back Europe games. Jeez. Holding on Chicago is the penalty. So push them back from the spot of that. And we're going to head to a commercial break. All right, here is. There it is. All right, we're at commercial break. There's 10 minutes remaining in this third quarter. This Viking schedule this year is not easy at all. God damn. This might be a rough year for them. Still at commercial break. All right, highlighting at 85 Bears teams once again. Is it the 40-year anniversary of that incredible defense and that incredible Super Bowl winning season? The Williams under center, back behind him. Gonna toss this right side on first down for DeAndre Swift, and he's gonna find a way to get back to the line, but nothing going on that play. And this Bears defense tonight again been playing really well. Williams under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Receiver sent in motion right to left. Play action looking to throw. Williams with time. Pass left side. Has a man that's caught along the sideline down to the 43. DJ Moore. Too much space once again for him. And that's a big pickup for Chicago. Yes. Cheat motion. Deep out. Williams puts it on the money. Even with pressure in his face. That's a great throw. Yeah, someone in his lap couldn't get his full range of motion on that throw, and he still puts it on the money. Quick pass right side for a receiver screen for Luther Burden's going to lose about 4. And Andrew Van Ginkel is there on the tackle for loss. 8:40 to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 13 coming up. So Williams in shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pass left side is going to be incomplete. Looking for Olamide Zacchaeus. Off the mark and 3rd and 13 coming up. 3rd and 13. Williams in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw once again. Williams with some time. Pass left side is caught and going to not get enough. It's Colston Loveland on the reception. He only gets about 5. And a 4th down coming up. So they're going to send this one down. So Torrey Taylor set to send this one away. Going to come off clean. Be returned beginning from the 5. Trying to work some room over the middle. Going to get out past the 20 to about the 23 before being brought down. There's still 7:15 to play in this game. My God. All right, head into a commercial break as well. All right, still at commercial break. Still at commercial break. This Chad Powers commercial. I imagine someone has made that school in Team Builder, right? All right, just coming back from commercial break. Let's see what this Vikings offense can do. Down by 11 with 7:15 to play in the 3rd. They've had 77 yards of offense today. God damn. McCarthy under center. Going to play action and look to throw. Pass right side is low and caught by Hawkinson, but not much with it. Ball comes loose, but he's down by contact at the very least. Bears pick it up just in case. But he was down. So a 2nd and 8 coming up. If anything, that would be incomplete, I would think. He's down there. Still down. Yeah, no, he's down. Are they reviewing this? Only thing I could see is this being ruled incomplete instead of it being caught, but It's a nice peanut punch, don't get me wrong, but he is down. I guess the question is, did he get touched before the ball came loose? And you're looking at that left hand. We'll see. We're heading to a commercial break as they review this. Yep, we're at commercial break. This Minnesota offense, man, they're just not doing a whole lot tonight. And again, that's to be expected. We'll see it. This review will go a long way to deciding this game. Because either it's Chicago ball well into plus territory, or Minnesota maintains and they can keep this drive going. And try to make it a one-score game. But we'll see. No play stands as called. It'll be a 2nd and 8 for Minnesota. Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly what I thought was going to be the case. Yeah, I think it's because the fist touched the chest and then the ball. Or at the same time. Either way, McCarthy under center, back behind him. Play action once again, looking to throw. Pass left side is caught by Aaron Jones, makes one man miss, and going to stiff arm his way to the 30 before being pushed out of bounds. And they're gonna say that's a late hit? I don't think so. Yeah, no penalty marker down. Thought maybe there was a stretching forward. So 3rd and 2. Minnesota yet to convert a 3rd down today. This is also one of their better positionings on 3rd down. McCarthy and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. McCarthy looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. That's going to be incomplete. Adam Thielen couldn't hang on. And they're 0 for 10 on 3rd down tonight. That's a great play by Tyreek Stevenson to force that ball loose. That is a great play. Man, Minnesota's offense. As Minnesota will send this one down, be fair caught at about the 22. Yeah, one of my friends in this fantasy league is dependent on Justin Jefferson to do something tonight to win this week's matchup. As a handoff up the middle for DeAndre Swift on first down, the pile gets pushed for about 9 yards. Yeah, if Jefferson gets one catch for like 15 yards, one more catch for about 15 yards, he wins this week. So it's 2nd and 1. Williams under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Play action looking to throw. Williams with some time. Pass left side caught by Swift. Has some space and going to get enough for the first after fighting through some defenders. So 1st and 10. 4.5 to play in this third quarter. This third quarter has been going by slow. Williams under center, back behind him. Gonna toss this up the middle, and it's gain of about 4 for DeAndre Swift. Yeah, Caleb Williams has been having a ton of time in the pocket. It's impressive. Like he's playing really well. Williams to throw on 2nd and 6, rolling to his right to buy some time. And gonna take it himself. First down and more past midfield to the 48. That pocket presence. His pocket presence has been fantastic tonight. Like it's nothing that will really stand out on the box score, but Caleb Williams' pocket presence is great. As there's a Viking slow to get up. So 1st and 10, 3.5 to play in the quarter. This Vikings defense that was so highly touted last year, playing well, but not really enough tonight. Handoff left side, going to get a yard, maybe 2 for DeAndre Swift. So Williams under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on the plus 47. Handoff for DeAndre Swift up the middle, has some space. Jumping over and going to get the first down and then some. Past the 35 to the 34. Nice little hop step there to avoid a shoestring tackle. Again, it's just a very solid style of football that Chicago's playing right now. They're keeping things simple. It also, it's simple, but it's simple in its complexity. Williams under center. There's movement up front. They got Minnesota to jump. Javon Hargrave called for the penalty. So 1st and 5. Williams going to hand this off left side for Swift once again. He's going to fight his way and drag around 3 Vikings with him for the first down. DeAndre Swift running well tonight as well. This Bears offense has been impressive. It has been impressive. Williams under center, once again, back behind him. Gonna play action and look to throw. Williams with some time. Pass left side, caught by Swift. Plenty of space. Pass to 15. A first down and down near the 11. Penalty marker down, though. We'll see what this is. And it's going to be holding on the Bears. The penalties up front. Yeah, it's yeah. But the penalties up front, that's the 8th penalty tonight. For 90, do the Bears have more penalty yards than the Vikings have total yards? Williams in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw, pass over the middle is overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Cole Kmet, but he put way too much zip on that pass. It's open. Like that's the exact correct read. That's exactly where you want him to go with that ball. But he threw it like 70 miles an hour. Tone it down a little bit there. Not every pass needs to be a bullet. 2nd and 20, possibly the final play of the quarter. Williams in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Then one of them in motion left to right as he looks to throw. Pressure coming. Williams trying to escape it up the middle. Now going to his left, gonna trip and just get rid of it. That has to be intentional grounding, right? That's a Will Levis-ass pass. Williams tripped over himself and just flung that ball like 3 yards in front of him. Yeah, penalty marker down. That has to be intentional grounding. Oh, wait, did he even get rid of it in time? Not like it matters. But intentional grounding. That's a Will Levis pass right there. 5 seconds remain in the third. And yeah, it's a 3rd and 30. At this point, you're just trying to get back into field goal range. But the hold-in call, that intentional grounding, drew you out of potential points on this drive. Williams to throw. Pass is caught. Gonna be gets you back into field goal range. Gain of like 10, maybe 13 for Olamide Zacchaeus. So you do what you wanted to do there, which is get back into field goal range. a chance to take a 14-point lead as we've reached the end of the third quarter. That took about an hour. That third quarter took about an hour. 15 minutes to play. Bears up by 11 with a field goal try pending when we get back from commercial break for the end of the third quarter. What has been a game that has gone about how I expected it to. I kind of expected Minnesota to be able to do a little bit more offensively, find the end zone for one. But it's been about how I expected it to be. We will see as we're at commercial break. At commercial break. What you got? All right, just coming back from commercial break, the start of the fourth quarter. A 4th and 18. Cairo Santos on for a 50-yard kick to put Chicago up by 14. From the left hash. It is up. And he missed it wide right. The wind took it. It remains an 11-point game. I mean, the offense did what you wanted it to do on 3rd and 30. It got you 12, got you back in the field goal range. You need to hit that kick. It is tough kicking in Chicago. That's when you have to hit. 50 yards out, you need to hit that. Now, if we were 5 years ago, 50 yards out is an impressive kick. But nowadays, everyone's able to hit from like 55 and in. So McCarthy under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Have a chance in this game still. Handoff up the middle. And it's going to be Jordan Mason fighting his way past the 45 down to about the 47, 48. All right. 2nd and 3. McCarthy under center. Back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle once again for Mason. Finds room past midfield and still going. The 40 down near the 35. First down carry for Jordan Mason. There's a type of play they've been missing. Oh, is it? Yeah. He posted it like at halftime. So I didn't get a chance to watch it before the game. I'll probably watch it like tomorrow or something. But how you doing, Bob Flash? This game it's been something. McCarthy under center, back behind him, going to play action to look to throw. McCarthy's pass left side is caught along the sideline. There he is, Justin Jefferson. Inside the 20 near the 15. I think we'll call him at the 16. First catch since the first quarter. About time that Justin Jefferson makes his presence felt. He'll be out of bounds near the 18. Oh, T Fox needs one more point from he needs one more point from Jefferson. Play clock winding down. McCarthy under center. Handoff left side and gonna be down inside the 15 near the 13 for Jordan Mason. A 2nd and 5 coming up. If some... Hell yeah. Love to see that. Flag football is just fun. It's kind of a turn your brain off type of football, especially when you get to like those, especially at the younger ages. Faking the toss and looking to throw. McCarthy's pass is batted away right in front of his face. Montez Sweat. And a 3rd and 5 coming up. That's... I have not played... Part of it is I started doing these streams last year. So I haven't played like organized flag football in 2 years. I do kind of miss it, but I love doing these streams and covering the NFL a little bit more. McCarthy to throw in 3rd and 5. Has time. Pass. End zone. And it's caught. Justin Jefferson making his presence felt. About time. And it's a 5-point lead for Chicago. There we go. That's all you needed to do. First career touchdown pass to JJ McCarthy is a strike to Jefferson over the middle. Placed it on the money. Oh yeah, baseball and softball and all that translates pretty well to throwing the football as well. I mean, look at Kyle Murray and Patrick Mahomes, a ton of others were also pitchers or played baseball. As McCarthy to throw on a 2-point try, a penalty marker down, spinning his way, eventually gets rid of it, and it's kicked off in the end zone, maybe incomplete. Penalty marker down either way. This was near the line of scrimmage. I imagine it will be on Minnesota. Oh, Tom Brady was a catcher. Oh, it's hands to the face on Chicago. They're going to retry the 2-point conversion, trying to make it a 3-point game. I think the best what if in sports history will always be what if Tom Brady chose to play baseball. Some Oklahoma drills. Oklahoma drills are getting thrown along the wayside. I mean, I remember doing some when I played in high school, but I know there's reports that they're slowly trying to filter them out. McCarthy under center, the 2-point try. Play action looking to throw. Pass left side is caught. Going for the pylon, but unable to get it. It remains a 5-point Bears lead. Jonathan Owens, former Green Bay Packer, making the play. As that was caught by Josh Oliver. So when did Chicago call a timeout? What? But apparently they did. It's a 5-point lead. Hell yeah. Always the best. Make one person miss, then you're just gone. Always the best. But yeah, flag football's fun. And a part of me wants to sign up for it next year. I just don't know what my schedule looks like yet because that's way too far in advance. But I know for certain I wouldn't be able to do it this year, even if I wanted to. Just based off how my schedule is, especially on Tuesdays. Like it would be rough for me to try and do IM this year. Oh yeah. Uh it was like the second to last practice we had that season, and we did Oklahoma drills, and a fellow one of the offensive linemen, I was doing drills with the O line in varsity that year because I was initially gonna make the move to tight end the following year, but I ended up not doing that. Uh, so one of the fellow offensive linemen completely not what was it? I think he pulled something in his hand and had to miss the final game during Oklahoma drills. It wasn't even like the crazy thing about that whole thing is that was COVID year. So that was the second to last practice, but no one knew it was second to last practice entering it because we were supposed to have one more game that year. You want to know how messed up that season was? I was supposed to have 3 JV games and then 3 varsity games. Ended up only having a single JV game and only was on varsity for 2 games because everything else got canceled. Like the first 2 games of JV that year got canceled. We got back to practice immediately afterwards, and we couldn't even practice at the high school. We had to practice at a local park. It was like that season was so rough. The summer practices were also at a park like 30 minutes away because everyone was online for a good portion of that year. I had to miss classes in order to get to school on time for practice. It was bad. By far the worst year of schooling I've ever had. Kickoff returned at the goal line, up down at the 25 before getting clotheslined. Like I am a like you know Bob. I'm a math guy. I'm a statistics major and all that. I had like a 74 in algebra 2 that year because I had to miss that class every other day or every day of that class. I had to miss it because of having to leave for practice. It was having to leave for practice. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know how I passed that class. Williams in shotgun back to his left, 2 with 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send receiver in motion left to right. Looking to throw. Pressure coming in, sacked back at the 15. Here come the Vikings. Hold on. Javon Hargrave, the first to get there. The first sack of the season for the Vikings. And hold on. They have life. That's really the first time the Bears offensive line imploded. They've been playing really well the entire night. And even Williams' pocket presence and his pocket movement has been really good. Handoff up the middle for DeAndre Swift. Gonna lose a yard. It's a 3rd and long coming up. Hold on. Here come the Vikings. Oh, possession. Thank you. I was getting ahead of it. I knew a 3 and out was coming. 3rd and 19. 11-10 to play. If the Bears lose this game, Williams in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 19. Sending the receiver in motion left to right. Quick throw right side is off the mark. Looking for Roma Dunze. Pass was too low. And it's a 3-and-out. If to be fair, if that pass was on target, Andrew Van Ginkel takes that for 6. Oh, he tipped it. That's why it was off target. It would have been low anyway. But yeah, if that was on target, Van Ginkel takes that for 6. Yeah. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 28. Has plenty of space. Past the 40. Now past the 45 and gets up past midfield to the 49. Beautiful return. Absolute beautiful return. Sets the Vikings up perfectly to take the lead. Miles Price, the rookie out of Indiana, on the return. And we head to a commercial break. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. If Minnesota comes back in this game, if they find a way to come back, I mean, to be fair, JJ McCarthy has not been playing well tonight. That previous drive was really the first time he played well and was making the throws he should be making, which is good. He's getting it. He's finding his rhythm. He's regaining his confidence. He's playing well. You like to see that. But man, Chicago should be up by so much more in this game. They have shot themselves in the foot constantly with penalties, with just bad mistakes, bad throws. The missed field goal, like Chicago should be up by 2 possessions at the very least. $10:37 to play in this one. Ball past midfield at the 49 for Minnesota. It is a good first test for sure, but really this entire season is the first test. Because like this is essentially his rookie season. So I'm not putting too much on him for this game. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Aaron Jones. Has some space. Past the 45 and finally brought down near the 41. Now, if we get to mid-season back third of the season, and McCarthy is still making some of these mistakes, then we'll get to the panic part. But I'm not too worried about his play just off of this game alone. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. A 2nd and 1. Gonna play action and look to throw. With time. Pass in right side and overthrown, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson. Put a little bit too much into that ball. And it's 3rd and 1. Oh, there's a bear slow to get up. That's Nahshon Wright who had the pick 6. He came up limping after that play. Well, that goes through the hands of Jefferson. That's one he probably should have caught. With the right. it seemed like Nashawn Wright might have. I mean, he does technically make contact, but it's not like a tackle contact. It's a no contact injury to Nashawn Wright, which is tough to see. He's been having a great game guarding Justin Jefferson. That's very tough to see. But that is tough. We're at a commercial break for the injury timeout. We will see the 3rd and 1 coming up. Minnesota has not been the greatest on 3rd down tonight. You're going to need to pick one up here. And yeah, it's the aftermath of it. It's going to be, it's a non-contact. That's tough to watch. After making the play on defense, he goes to like round, and he goes to, like round outside and like get back towards his spot, and he just pulls up awkward. All right, 3rd and 1. McCarthy under center, back behind him. Big time 3rd down here. Under 10 minutes to play. Looking to throw. Jefferson slips and just gonna throw it deep and incomplete. There's a penalty marker there. Might be defensive holding. That was supposed to be a quick wheel to Jefferson on the left side, but he slips as soon as the ball is snapped. So McCarthy just chucks it deep. What's the penalty? If this is on Chicago. Okay, okay. That angle definitely shows it. He knocks him down a bit. But yeah, no, that angle definitely does show contact and Naylor going down on that break. So yeah, that makes sense. Chicago keeps shooting themselves in the foot though. An 11th penalty and 122 penalty yards. 1st and 10. McCarthy and shotgun back to his right. Looking to throw once again. Has time. Pass deep. Right side. End zone. Caught. Touchdown, Aaron Jones. The Vikings have the lead with 9:50 to play in the game. Sorry, 9:46 to play. 27-yard touchdown grab. The Vikings have successfully came back. Now can they hold on? A halfback wheel gets wide open. And McCarthy just places it on the money. It was a 4th and 1. You made the stop. The penalties have killed Chicago today. The 2-point try, McCarthy and shotgun. Looking to throw past right side. It's caught. Adam Thielen. It's a 3-point game. And out of nowhere, the Vikings have turned it on and have taken the lead. Oh, man. What a script flip. What a script flip. The tables have turned. And the Vikings. $9:46 to play. Kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. We'll begin this drive from the 35. A lot of pressure now all of a sudden on Caleb Williams in this offense. All right, a lot of pressure now. What you got? What you got? Williams under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right, sending one of them in motion. Sending him back in motion left, this time left to right. Handoff, right side for DeAndre Swift. Stuffed at the line. No gain. 2nd and 10. At some point, you need to air it out. DeAndre Swift has been running well the majority of this game. At some point, you need to pass the ball downfield. The Bears have been shut out in this second half. Not doing a whole lot offensively. Williams in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. There we go. Williams to throw. Pressure coming. Pass over the middle. That's caught. First down, Roma Dunze. Gain of 12. Up to the 47. That's what you needed. Build off of it. That is what you needed. Build off of it and keep going. Williams under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. Williams trying to escape to his right. Buying some time. Makes one man miss. Still looking. Gonna step out of bounds. A loss of 3. Accidentally steps out of bounds with 8:15 to play. A 2nd and long coming up. A 2nd and 14. Williams in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. This Bears offense has 10 points on the night. Pass in right side, and that's incomplete. Off the mark, looking for Roma Dunze. Nearly a miraculous catch. Would have been a massive hit to hang on through the contact through. I don't know. He is... Throughout this second half, Caleb Williams has made plays where I'm just like, you're Will Levis right now. You need to stop. He has made consistent plays where I'm just like, get the Will Levis off of you. Williams in shotgun, 3rd and 14. Big time 3rd down, looking to throw. Pass left side, and it's gonna be, where are you throwing that to? He threw it in between 2 receivers, yet near none of them along that sideline. He tried to flop to get a penalty, but it did not work. He won a Heisman. But to be fair, it is also that Lincoln Riley system. He knows how to get guys Heismans. All right, 4th and 14. They're sending this one down. Punt gets blocked. It's blocked. And it's going to be down at the 33. What a play. Minnesota has turned it on in this half. Like since that pick six, they have locked in. It is impressive. Eric Wilson gets the block. 9th-year guy out of Cincinnati. And that's a big time play. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send one of them in motion. As McCarthy hands this off for Jordan Mason up the middle. And there's room. 1st down and then some. Past midfield and down to the 48. The Vikings. I mean, I knew the Vikings defense were still gonna be good this year. But they were near historic last season. So I'm not expecting that same performance. But if they can consistently do this, then yeah, they're going to be just fine as a team. But like this Bears defense has been playing well up until this point. McCarthy under center, back behind him. Handoff once again up the middle for Jordan Mason, and this time it goes nowhere. Stuffed at the line for no gain. Second and 10, clock winding down. McCarthy and shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Sending one of them in motion right to left. McCarthy to throw. Pass right side. That's caught. And a gain of 9 for TJ Hawkinson. Under 6 minutes to play. And another big 3rd down for Minnesota. Can they finally convert one? But JJ McCarthy is 11 for 18 with 122 yards today. Like, how would they win? That is such a nothing stat line, but he's playing well, and it's a weird thing, man. The NFL's great. McCarthy under center, 3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle, they get it. Aaron Jones gets 2. They convert a 3rd down. And they're able to kill even more clock. Chicago only having 2 timeouts is game-changing as well. McCarthy under center, back behind him. Handoff left side, and that's going to be up to the 35, a gain of about 3. Second and 7, 4 minutes to play. McCarthy under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Rolling right, the throw, wide open, Aaron Jones, first down. What are you... Was that Noah Sewell who just completely looked stunned? Like, Aaron Jones had so much space. That probably would have been 6 if the ball gets out to him sooner. No, it would not have been 6, but damn, it would have been an even massive play. But that's all they needed, though. Just keep stacking these first downs. McCarthy under center, back behind him. Ball now on the plus 23-yard line. Gonna give this up the middle for Jordan Mason, who gets stuffed behind the line. A loss of about a yard and a half, maybe 2. So second 11, McCarthy and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Pass right side is caught by Jefferson for a receiver screen that gets 10. A 3rd and 1 coming up once again. 3 minutes to play in this game. Third and 1. Chicago has called their second timeout. 3 minutes to play. You need to make a stand. You need to make a stand. McCarthy and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Receiver sent in motion. McCarthy keeping it himself. Room to 10 to 5. JJ McCarthy. Touchdown Minnesota. The first called designed QB run. And it puts a potential dagger into the Chicago Bears from 14 yards out. The QB keeper. And the extra point will make it a 10-point game with 2:53 to play. A gutsy play call. And an even gutsier read by McCarthy to keep that. I'm not sure how many quarterbacks do, especially when that edge rusher is sitting the way he did. That's a great play. The extra point is good. JJ McCarthy. What a play. Three straight touchdown drives. And they have taken a big lead late. Yeah, you've had a great week 1. I think only thing that would have made it better is if the Steelers lost. Kickoff gonna be through the uprights. The Bears should start at the 35. They need to score quick, though. I'm sorry, a 2K26 game recap? Shut the fuck up, ESPN. No. Why is NBA 2K getting involved in my Monday Night Football watch? Stop it. Williams in shotgun back to his left. Two receivers to each side. They're not out of it yet, but it would take a miracle. Williams to throw, passing deep, and it's caught by Cole Kmet. One-handed down to the 35. We need to call one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're going hurry up. What a catch. What a catch. Cole Kmet. Williams looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has time. Passing deep. Left side has a man, but missed him. Had DJ Moore for a walk-in touchdown. He put too much into it. Off the mark by about 3 yards. It's there. That's the play you needed. That's such a bad miss. After Cole Kmet made that insane grab, you need to be able to hit DJ Moore in stride. Williams in shotgun looking to throw once again. Has time, pass right side is overthrown to DeAndre Swift in the flat. 3rd and 10. Yeah, I think the Bears got patched at the half. Did they remember that they are indeed the Chicago Bears? But you need to hit that. That's a walk-in touchdown. You need to hit that. The Bears are 3 and 12 on 3rd down. Now they have a 3rd and 10. Williams to throw. Pass over the middle is overthrown again. No one was even open there. That's just an overthrow to overthrow. There is a penalty marker down. The Bears might be able to find some life here. They need the onside kick either way. Yeah, legal contact on Minnesota. Or is that hands to the face? Either way, it's on the Vikings. The Bears find some life. Yeah, that's Javon Hargrave. Getting some pressure there on Williams. And yeah, there's the illegal contact. So 1st and 10, 2:16 to play in the game. Ball now inside the 30 at the 29. Williams in shotgun back to his right. Looking to throw. But Vikings send pressure. Pass over the middle is incomplete. There's a penalty marker down. Yeah, DJ Moore is down. Vikings sent like 8. DJ Moore and Caleb Williams are slow to get up right now. DJ Moore got a hospital pass thrown his way, and he was down instantly. Williams slow to get up after Ivan Pace with a free lane hits him and brings him down while he was throwing that pass. Oh yeah, he hit Williams high. So there's going to be probably 2 penalties against Minnesota here. One, the unnecessary roughness. That's a clean hit on DJ Moore. There's no helmet to helmet there. It's probably going to be a defenseless receiver situation. That's a clean hit on DJ Moore. There should be roughing the passer on Caleb Williams because he gets hit in the helmet. That's a clean hit on DJ Moore, though. That's shoulder to chest. No, the conferences didn't switch networks yet. the media deals are up, I think, after 2027, as DJ Moore is still down. And we're gonna head to a commercial break. Well, also, like, the past few years, they haven't cared about the media. They haven't really cared about that. It's just whoever gets the networks now. Because, like, Miami, Indianapolis was on CBS. Uh, Steelers, Jets was on CBS. Yeah, I did. It's a case of priority goes to, like, CBS has priority over AFC games, and Fox has priority for NFC games. But, like, if CBS doesn't want an AFC game, the Fox will take it, no problem. That's probably what happened there. It's just CBS couldn't find a way to fit Cincy, Cleveland in the network in, so they let Fox do it. All right, DJ Moore is up. He is walking to the sideline under his own power after that massive hit. It's a 1st and 10 for Chicago. Yeah. All right, Caleb Williams is in the huddle. He's still up. He's good. Yeah, this Bears offense, 3 points since the opening drive touchdown. They need to score here. Williams in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball at the 14-yard line. Williams to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, gonna take it himself. The 10, the 5 for the pylon. There's a penalty marker down. I think Williams got in. They might rule him at the 1, but it might not matter either way. They're ruling it a touchdown. Is this on Chicago? No, Williams is out of bounds anyway. It would be at, like, the half-yard line. It would be Chicago ball at, like, the half-yard line, I think. Maybe they say that crosses it, but I doubt it. It's close, but what's the penalty? Oh, they're saying Bears touchdown. All right, no, the penalty got picked up. So it was a Bears touchdown. Only down by 4. And they're still reviewing this now that it's a score in play. No, he's short. That replay showed it well. It'll be ball at the half-yard line. But they should be able to punch it in right after. And then they're gonna need the onside kick. No, that other replay just now showed that he was like an inch shy of breaking the plane by the time his foot stepped out of bounds. And another again, Caleb Williams' pocket presence has been good today. That's another example of it. First and goal, 2:05 to play. Yeah, toe hits before ball crosses. Williams under center. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Back behind him. Sending the receiver in motion. Faking the toss. Pass end zone wide open. Rome Odunze. And now the Bears have scored their first points since the field goal before the half. And they're down by 4, potentially 3. 2:02 to play. It's going to come down to the onside kick. I'm pretty sure I said before the game that I expected this to be like a 24-20 final. Not that far off. All right, the extra point. It is up, and it is good. That missed field goal from 50 yards out is coming back to bite them massively. Because that led to points the other way. Now for the onside kick. Only having one timeout remaining is killing them. The missed field goal is killing them. It comes down to this. The onside kick will bring us to the 2-minute warning, and depending on who recovers it, it would either bring us to the 2 minutes of some really intense football for the Bears to try and get a field goal or a touchdown, or it'll just be Minnesota trying to kill the rest of the clock. Oh yeah, Cairo Santos. Yeah, he does. But that's what he prefers. That's what he prefers. Wait, JJ McCarthy played against Bishop Sycamore? Or I guess he was just on that roster, but didn't actually play in that game. Wait, they're not onside kicking this? What are you doing? This will be returned from deep in the end zone. What's Minnesota doing there? Gets past the 25 to the 26. What just happened? The Bears don't onside kick this for some reason, despite only having one timeout remaining. Minnesota, the return man, catches that 5 yards deep into the end zone, and instead of getting ball at the 35, you return it up to the 25. And now we're heading to the 2-minute warning. Sure. Yeah, most kickers have 1 point played soccer. So yeah, they have a lot of that soccer style into it. Okay, so I guess okay, I think I understand after seeing or retweeted. Chicago wanted to also still have the 2-minute warning as a timeout. So they sent it down and told him to just absolutely bomb it. So that way, they'll down it in the end zone, get ball to the 35. The Bears would have their own timeout and a 2-minute warning timeout to try and get the ball back. So that explains why they just sent it down. If you're going to do that, just kick it out of bounds or short of the landing zone. That way, you guarantee have the 2-minute warning. Because what Minnesota then did is they returned it. And now we're at the 2-minute warning. So the Bears don't have the 2-minute warning to be used as a timeout. So Minnesota actually, so both teams try to get too smart with it. When Chicago tried to get too smart with it, the Vikings responded by saying, "We're going to outsmart you." No, that's fine to notice stuff like that. Because again, I notice stuff like that for quarterbacks. Whereas, yeah, that's what I know a lot more. But I know that kind of stuff for quarterbacks sometimes. With with passing motions and other stuff. All right, back from commercial break. 1:55 to play. The Bears only have one timeout. If you can force a turnover, you give yourself a shot. A first down ends the game. I mean, at best now, you have like 10 seconds. The Vikings have scored 21 points in this quarter alone. Talk about a choke job. McCarthy under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on the 26, handoff up the middle for Jordan Mason. Has room, bouncing right side, going to be brought down after a gain of 3. And there's that smart play by Minnesota to return the kick. All right, Chicago calls their final timeout. 1:47 to play. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, me and you both have been really eyeing kickers recently, in part because of Jake Bates last year. The Bears are 3-15 in division since 2022, about to be 3-16. God. McCarthy under center, back behind him, 2nd and 7. Handoff once again for Jordan Mason. He's stuffed at the line, but they're able to kill clock. So this will get it down to a minute to play. They'll run another play, and then that can get them down to about 30 seconds. The Bears will have about 20 seconds with the ball, needing a field goal at least to send this game to overtime. Well, Santos also isn't that a kicker you really point out too often, because he's on Chicago now. Before, I think he played for. Pretty sure before he played for a few other teams. He's kind of bounced around. I'm like 90% sure he spent time on Miami. Minnesota calls their first timeout with 1:02 to play. Yeah, started his career in Kansas City, Chicago, Los Angeles, Tampa, Tennessee, then back in Chicago. Who am I thinking of then? Probably thinking of Caleb Sturgis, who spent time in Miami. Arizona? No, he didn't spend time in Arizona. Arizona has had a pretty decent track record with kickers. I mean, they had Matt Prater for a little bit. And then I couldn't tell you who they had before that, but I just know it wasn't Santos. 3rd and 7. Comes down to this. McCarthy under center. Back behind him. Handoff left side. Jordan Mason's going to only get 2. Oh, no, they can run this down to like 10 seconds. Never mind. I was completely off with the clock there. They can run this down to 16 seconds. So unless Chicago gets a massive punt return and a penalty against the Vikings, this game is probably over. No, yeah, never know. Because I'm not about to look through Arizona's kicking history right now. Second player with multiple passing touchdowns in Vikings debut. The only other person with multiple passing touchdowns in a Vikings debut, which was also against Chicago, was Fran Tarkenton in 1961. Why is a ton of records getting broken tonight? Or this week? What? First time since 1961. Yesterday we had something for the first time since 1967. Also something since 1978. What is this week? The Vikings call their second timeout with 16 seconds remaining. It's gonna be a wild year. All right, Devin Duvernay back to return. I'm gonna need a massive return to keep the Bears in this. Punt comes off clean. A block would have been great as well. Duvernay's gonna fair catch at the 20. That's great. That's great punt coverage by Minnesota. That's all that is then. 9 seconds. No timeouts remaining. You need a miracle. You need a miracle. You either have to hope for a penalty into field goal range or just straight up a miracle. We might most likely see, though, some lateral action. This is the that's the Vikings put 4 guys deep. Because why not? Williams alone in shotgun. They bobbled the snap. He goes out of bounds with 5 seconds left. The snap hits DJ Moore. Just call the game. Just call the game. Penalty markers are down. It's illegal shift on Chicago. The snap hits DJ Moore. And now it's 1st and 15. Minnesota has 9 people like 20 yards off the ball. There's only 2 people at the line. This could be really good or really bad play by Minnesota, by the way. Williams gonna throw this right side as caught by Odunze. Trying the trickery, makes 2 people miss. DJ Moore gets a lateral off, but that's not going to be much afterwards. The Minnesota Vikings with a 21-point 4th quarter has come back and handled solid business and beat the Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy, now on his career across college, across high school, he is now a very solid 24-0 across all levels. He's still undefeated. And Minnesota gets a very gritty win as they play Sunday Night Football next week against Atlanta. They found their footing in this 4th quarter. Can they ride with it? That's a really nice showing for Minnesota. Chicago had a solid game as well. They just couldn't put the pieces together when they needed to most. But a really solid game. 6 straight wins against the Bears. Not just against the Bears. 6 straight win at the Bears. They have not lost in Chicago since like 2019, 2018. Insane. What a win. What a way to wrap up week 1. It is 11:34. And I'm going to get out of here. I still have power rankings to work on. So I'll see you all next time. I'll be live again Thursday night for Packers and Commanders. See you all then. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.